about acids and bases. Acids and bases are two very important chemicals that we consume in our daily lives.
Acids have a pH level less than 7, while bases have a pH level above 7.
When we hear acids, we usually think, no, that's bad. But there's actually some acids that we can eat, such as the main ingredient in lemonade, lemons. Lemons have a pH level of 3. But, for example, acids, there are some acids that we cannot eat, like hydrochloric acid, that has a pH level of 0. That's really bad for you and it's highly acidic. There's also some bases that we can eat, such as baking soda, which has a pH level of 9.5. That's pretty high up on the scale, but it's not close to bleach, which has a pH level of 13.
Right.
In this experiment, we'll be using baking soda and vinegar to create a chemical reaction. In the chemical reaction with baking soda and vinegar, carbon dioxide is released. We're going to measure that with these balloons. So my hypothesis is the more baking soda I put in the balloon, the bigger the balloon will inflate. Here's what you need for my experiment. You need 3 balloons, 3 beakers, and a funnel if you want, safety goggles, baking soda, and vinegar.
This is the chemical equation, so you can see that you take baking soda and vinegar, and when you add them together, you get carbon dioxide gas, H2O, which is water, and sodium acetate.
I put the same amount of vinegar in each one of these 3 beakers. That is our control. I also took baking soda and put it into each one of these 3 balloons.
1/2 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon of baking soda in here, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda in here.
I was really scared here because I thought it was gonna blow up in my face. I don't actually know what I'm doing here. I've observed that when mixing these 2 ingredients together, fizzing occurs.
I've relocated because I realized this might be actually kind of messy, so don't forget your safety goggles. For this next one, I put 1 teaspoon of baking soda in here with the vinegar on the bottom.
In case you can't see, the gas pressure is so much that it's pushing the liquid back into the balloon.
The difference between them is I feel like this one is bigger and it feels a lot harder than the other one. Like this one's more filled with gas. For this next one, I put 1.5 teaspoons in this one.
That's a lot of baking soda.
Oh. I think we hit our breaking point. The balloon just popped off of it, like it wasn't even there.
In conclusion, my hypothesis was right, and we got a little wet.
So this is also a very fun experiment for kids too. I got my sister here, so she'll bring in the fun. I have the bottom, which is layered with baking soda and a little bit of vinegar. So you'll let the child pick the colors that they like. And which ones do you like, Mom?
I want this one
Yellow,
and this one.
yellow, and blue.
So we went and we used the colors and layered them on the bottom of baking soda.
Watch the reaction.
Safety goggles?
Sure, Mom, I was totally about to do the reaction without safety goggles.
Cool. On the bottom, you can see that there's still some baking soda, and that means that not all of the bases have been used up by the acid with the vinegar. So if you just get some fresh vinegar and pour it on there, you can get the reaction to start up again.
Alright, so what I learned was that a pH level determines if a liquid is an acid or a base. You can eat both acids and bases, and water has a pH level of 7, and is the point that determines if a liquid is an acid or a base. Hey, just a quick message from Caleb. Yeah, how many pizzas did you find?